Alright guys, now that I'm finally here, I'm gonna explain to you bits by bits what is League of Legends. Yes, are you ready, Ali? Let's do this. Alright, so what is League of Legends? Well, basically, as you can see, there are 4 maps here, okay? It's an online competitive gameplay where 10 people come together and jizz. So really, what is League of Legends? League of Legends is an online competitive multiplayer game where you have 10 players in teams of 5, so 2 teams coming against each other to win by defeating the other team. So here we're going to start from the very first screen you will see when you want to start your game, where you have to choose your champion. There are more than 100 champions in League of Legends, each of them with a different and unique set of abilities. Each of them serve a different purpose, complete a different task, and are as equally important in the game. So never accept it from someone who says this champion is better than the other, because there's never really a better champion. There's a better you. So as long as you know how to play with your champion, you're gonna win the game. So as you can see, we have 3 champions here. There are more than 100. This is a tutorial, and that's why we have 3 champions. And today we're gonna start with Ashe, because she is really simple to play with, but still that doesn't mean she's not as good as someone who is hard to play with. They're both equally important, and as long as you know how to play with them, you're gonna win. So we're gonna lock in and get into the game, and I'm gonna talk about all of this in another episode, for example spells or runes and masters, because they're another concept. They're pretty complicated. So I'll just see you inside the game. Alright guys, now that we're down to the game, I think it's time you finally know what is really going on inside League of Legends. So we're gonna start by telling you all of these things around your screen. Not this one, this is my face. So we're gonna start with this. This is Ashe, this is our character. We can see her face over here. This is her level, she's in level 1. This is her level meter, 280. So she needs to collect 280 points to level up to level 2. These are her stats, her attack power, her ability power, things like movement speed and so on. So you need to increase those to be able to kill the other enemy champions and get stronger by buying items. So you get stronger by buying items, okay? And how do you buy items? Using gold. And how do you do that? For example, I've already bought an item here myself. I had 325 movement speed, and I went to the store. I bought this Boots of Speed as my starting item. I bought it here, and it gave me 25. So 325 with 25, now I have 350. And as you can see, if I sell it right now, I will again have 325. Okay? And then one more thing, if you're starting this game, don't start with all items. These are all the items in the game, and you're going to be really confused as to which one to use for your champion, because each champion has different stats. So the recommended items, use this tab because it's already there for you by the creators of the game that are specifically there for your champion, for their stats. So I'm going to start, for example, Ashe needs a lot of speed in the beginning of the game, so she needs to buy this, and I bought it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this. This is our map, as you can see here. You can press and use your map very easily. I'm going to talk about the map later on. This is our friends. We have Sivir, we have Master Yi, which is highlighted, we have Soraka, we have Shen. And what this really helps you with it is that it tells you their health bar, mana bar, and their level. For example, if they're not doing good, you tell them, dude, do you need help? Or you just go and help them, because if you're level 10 and they're level 5, you know something's wrong, right? Or their health is really low and they're dying. You need to go and help them. This shows you that without actually going to them and seeing what level they are. Okay, so we're going to start with this. This is the top right bar here. It shows the team kills. So this is your team's kills. So the total, for example, you killed 5 people, your friend killed another 5, you will have 10 here, and the same for the enemy team. Here is your independent bar. So this is how many kills you had, how many deaths you had, how many assists. So for example, you're killing an enemy champion, but your friend has a last hit, so you get an assist. You don't get a kill, you get an assist. And then this is how many minions you killed. We're going to talk about that later. Alright, so we're going to talk about this bar down here. This is very important. This is one of the most important bars in the entire game. Okay, so this is your health bar. We have it up here too. This is your mana bar. We have it here too. Every character has that. Now this is your health. Obviously you will die if this goes here. This is your mana. What is mana used for? It's basically the juice that you will use for your abilities. Your abilities are Q, W, E, and R. So R is a little bit different. I'm going to talk about that later. We're going to focus on Q, W, and E. So these are the unique set of abilities that I talked about earlier that each champion has. So for example, W for me, which I unlocked. So for every... Okay, let's get back to here. The reason you level up, because every time you level up, you'll be able to unlock one of these and increase the slots. So as soon as you increase them, they get stronger and stronger. So for example, I have W unlocked right now. As you can see, it's not transparent or shadowed. This one is W, and I can use this. I have one slot. If I go to level 2, I can increase this by 1 and make it stronger. So what does this W do? Let's look at it. It uses 50 mana to fire arrows in a coin, each dealing 40 physical damage. So I'm gonna press W on my keyboard, and I have this, and as soon as you see my mana bar down here, as soon as I fire it, I will have 50 less, and it grows and grows and grows. So what is the point of your base? When you go back to your base, your health and mana fill up really quickly, as you can see. Done. But when you're out, it restores very slowly, and you can make it faster by buying items again. So now I think it's time we talk about R. So R is your ultimate ability. It's the strongest ability that you have, that you can only unlock at level 6, and that is basically the strongest. It uses 100 mana to launch a crystal arrow, which is really big, and it goes all the way to the other side of the map. So it's very strong. You need to use these to kill the enemy champions. So using, knowing how to use all of this will help you win as well. So I think now that we're done with this, we can talk about the map. This is Summoner's Rift. The map is called Summoner's Rift. It's the most versatile map in League of Legends. It uses 3 lines that connect your base to the enemy base, as you can see on the map over here. So there's something cool about this. If you cross a line diagonally through the map, you will have 99% or absolute symmetry throughout the game. I would say 99% because of the jungle items over here in the map, which I'm talking about later in another episode, because they're a complicated concept on their own. So right now we're gonna see we have the top lane, we have the mid lane, and the bottom lane. So these are the lanes you will use to go to the enemy's base. And why do you need to go to the enemy's base? Why can't you just kill the enemy opponents and win? Because that's not how you win. Doesn't matter, you kill them 1,000 times or they kill you 1,000,000 times, you haven't won unless you've defeated their nexus. You destroyed their nexus, because they have the same thing over here. As you can see, that is their nexus. You have this. If they destroy this, you lose. So the team that is faster at destroying the other team's nexus, they're the winners, not by killing or having the most kills. Obviously these have a lot of effect, because they increase your level, they increase your gold, you can buy more items, but they are not the reason you win. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the other structures in the map. We have the turrets, or the towers, you can call them as well. They are the stationary defense points that you have that are very strong, have a lot of damage output, but again, they're stationary, so they can only fire up to a limited amount. So a circle around them, and they have a lot of health, so it's really hard to take them down. You cannot take them down on your own alone, because you need help, because they will kill you faster. So then you will have the second defensive points, which are minions. Minions are mini creatures that will move in waves in each lane. Every 30 seconds they will spawn from your base and move in waves, 6 of them. They will move all the way up here, and they will meet over here in the very beginning of the game. They will respawn at 90 seconds into the game, and they will keep on respawning for 30 seconds, each 30 seconds. So what happens when you don't have champions in the game? Because the minions and the towers for both teams are the same. If there are no champions, then there's no winner, because they're just going to keep at it forever. They're just going to go at it forever. Nothing's going to happen. That's why you need champions. You are the one who make a difference in the game. So I've already talked about towers. You have 2 towers, or 3, sorry, in each line. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. And then you have 2 protecting your nexus. And then these are inhibitors. The inhibitors are what respawns your minions. And I think it's already complicated enough for me to get into everything else here. I already talked about all the basic things you need to know, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to talk about more later on in another episode. I don't want this to get too long. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely give a try for this game, because it's free. Download it. I'll put the link of downloading in the in the description box below. Doesn't matter if you have a Mac or a Windows, you can play the game. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Until our next episode, I will see you then. Bye.